Speaking of the class of 2026, there's a linebacker, Izayia Williams, and he recently listed Alabama in his top 5. Now, he's from the state of Florida, and he's being heavily recruited across the SEC and the ACC. Louisville, Syracuse, Florida State. I know Florida State still has their hand in the mix. They're trying to get him as well, but he's listed as the number 7 linebacker in the class of 2026. That may have changed. It seems like it's different numbers across the different reports, but he'll be visiting Alabama next month. And I think it's really interesting because he spoke on his thoughts regarding Alabama recently. He was saying that he feels like the current coaches that we have, it seems to him like the coaches have a plan for all of the players. Like, it doesn't seem like they're just recruiting just to recruit. It seems like they're being intentional about who they're recruiting, and he feels like it's a place for everyone. So I thought that was interesting that he said that. But then he also says that he loves the energy that he sees at our games, and he feels like the SEC is where the best football is played. So he spoke some positive words, and I think with just kind of what we've seen at Florida and Florida State, there's a good chance that he could be looking to go out of state, and it could very well be Alabama. Stephen, how do you feel about that?
Izayia Williams, this is an SEC linebacker. If I'm Christian Robinson, outside linebackers coach, if I'm Chuck Morrell, who's just been promoted from an analyst to an on-field coach to work with inside backers, and if I'm Kane Womack, if I'm these three, get him, because you lose Justin Okonrokwo to the transfer portal. I hated that. If that kid could have stayed and really developed, he could have been really special. You lose a Jeremiah Alexander. You lose a Sterling Dixon. Now, of course, I think you're fine for now. You got Deontay Lawson back. You've got Justin Jefferson back. You're okay with the guys you have back. But where this is going to come here is the future, right? After this season. After this season is a big deal. So you have got to get some guys for your future. So I think getting this Williams kid is going to be huge for these defensive coaches. They got to get it.
We got to, just like you said, more so for the future. Now, I'm still surprised. I'm still very surprised that we lost Sterling Dixon. I almost feel like maybe when he found out Deontay Lawson and a couple others were coming back, maybe he kind of felt like, and maybe he just wanted to play next year and he wanted to go somewhere where he could, know for sure that he would. Yeah. But JB, how do you feel about Izayia? I mean, what are you seeing when you watch some of his film? And then do you feel like this is someone that we can actually get from the state of Florida? Do you feel like he is trending to Alabama?
I think so. Florida State, they're kind of in flux right now after the terrible season they just had. But I also read that Mike Norvell is heavily recruiting this kid. He really wants him back. He had him committed before. Man, he's athletic. I actually ran across some film of him dunking basketball. He's a basketball player as well. I mean, freak athlete. He's one, like Steven say, he's an SEC guy. Yeah. He's one that you can come in, plug and play. Now, my question is, does he fit the 4-2-5 defense?
That's my question. That's my question, JB. Does he fit the swarm? Because to me, he kind of reminds me of one of those 3-4 Saban linebackers. 3-4. 3-4, 4-3 kind of. Now, if he's got the ability to fit that 4-2-5 swarm where he's attacking, he's creating turnovers, and he's scraping over the top, then then he's the home run. That would be my only question. Would he fit Kane Womack, Daddy Womack, that 4-2-5 swarm?
Right.
Keep going, JB. Keep going.
No, I was gonna say maybe a wolf. Steven, you maybe hit the wolf position.
I mean, maybe the wolf, or maybe if he puts on a few more, maybe if he adds a couple more pounds, maybe a bandit. Maybe he could be a bandit. And think about this. Think about this. You're going to lose LT Overton and Jamarian Latham after next season.
True.
Both of those two guys will be gone. So he could be a wolf. Williams could possibly be a bandit if he adds more weight. So there would be use for him in the scheme. He is highly athletic. He's twitchy. He can bend. He can convert speed to power. I love his footwork. I love the violent hands. I love his footwork. But it's going to come down to, if Alabama were to get him, where is the vision that Kane Womack has for him? Is the vision at Wolf, whereas right now you have a Quay Rousseau there, you have a Yancey Pierre there, a Noah Carter there, or is the vision bandit a field side defensive end with a hand in the dirt?